Hola mis amigos, bienvenidos. Okay, so today I'm making this video. So if you are choosing to put together your country research project for third grade on the foam board that you picked up or some other piece of cardboard or something that you have at home, then this is the video that you want to listen to. If you decided to do a Google Slides video, then you're going to listen to the other video that I attached in your activity today in Seesaw. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it because there's a lot to cover. So the first thing that you're going to need to do before you can start to put together your country research project is you have to have labels for each of the main topics that we researched. All right, so on my whiteboard, I wrote down the Spanish word and then what the English meaning is. Now, on your project, in your final project, I don't necessarily need the English word, okay? I just want you to have these Spanish labels, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can label your project. But for right now, I'm going to have you pause my video because I want you to write down these 8 words. So you have país, which means country, bandera, which means flag, capital, which means your capital city, población, which is your population, los animales, animals, comida, food, deportes is sports, and los datos are facts, those fun facts that you made note of about your country. Guys, all that information is also in these sheets. So if you look at these sheets, you'll see that I have the English and Spanish spelling. The only ones I don't have it for are the big ones. So los animales. So if you want to pull out this paper and right next to number 5, numero 5, where it says animals native, write los animales. Where it says food native, you could write la comida. Popular sports would be los deportes. And fun facts, interesting facts would be los datos, the facts, okay? So why don't you pause me and take a few minutes to go ahead and just make a note of those definitions and those words, because you will need that for your project. And you're going to hear my voice. You're not going to see me so much because I'm trying to use my display. Okay. So now you've taken notes on these, because these are what you're going to use to label your country research project. So I'm going to take this down and I'm going to show you a foam board, an example of what your project might look like, okay? So this is something that I kind of started to put together to show you. You can all see that. So I just randomly chose Spain, the country of Spain, to do this example for you. So on your foam board, you kind of want to space out and figure out, okay, how can I get all this information on there and have it look neat and organized and pleasing, right? Nice to look at with your eyes and colorful. So the first thing you want to do is put your país. You're going to put your country name in the middle. Guys, you can print this out on the computer if you have that capability. You can draw it like I did. You could use stencils. If you have stencils, you can get as creative as you want for all of these, not just for the title, but for these little mini topics as well. All right, so I'm going to put you back on my board. So here we go. So I put Spain. I did Spain as my main topic. And you know what? I'm going to try to move this down a little bit so you guys can see it even better. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? There you go. Okay. So I have my title, Spain. I decided I was going to put some of my pictures on here. So I printed out a picture of the country of Spain, just a map. And I didn't label anything yet, and I was going to show you. So I might use my marker, and this is where I might write. I could write it up here. I might write país. All right, so my country is Spain. And if I even wanted to, I could write España, because that's how you say Spain in Spanish. Over here, I decided to take one of my main topics, La Bandera, the flag. I wrote La Bandera. Remember, we just went over these big topics, so La Bandera. And under that, you can print a picture of a flag. I happen to print a picture of the Spanish flag that I found online. You could draw a picture. So if you wanted to draw a picture of the flag and put it on there and color it in, it's not a problem. And this foam board is really nice. You can use markers, you can use crayons. They all work. Then what I did is I decided to handwrite in the capital, capital, and población, the population. So remember, this information you have already researched. It's all here. You're just taking the research that you already have and you're just transferring it to your presentation board. So if the capital of Spain is Madrid. So I just wrote Madrid. And población, I don't know off the top of my head what the population of Spain is, but say I could make up a number. Say it's 24,396,543. Okay. So I just chose to write in this section. I could have typed it out on a piece of paper and I could have glued it on there, whatever you guys think works best. So here's my país, my bandera, capital y población. I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already done 4 pieces of my project. I have 4 left, 4 más. I need sports, los deportes. I need some of the animals that I researched, los animales. I need the food, la comida. And I need some fun facts, los datos. So now what I did for this one, just to make it pop a little bit more, is I actually printed these out on my computer. And then I cut them out. And I happened to have just a piece of construction paper. I had yellow construction paper at my house. So I mounted, and all that means is I just took, like if this was Los Deportes, I just glued it onto this yellow piece of construction paper, and then I glued that right to my foam board. Okay, if you have construction paper at home and want to do that, great. If you don't, guys, it's not a big deal. It's just another option. Could you handwrite this in? Absolutely. If you don't have a computer, if you can't print, just write Los Deportes, Los Animales, La Comida, and Los Datos. Now, in these sections, that is where you're going to put your information about those topics. So if one of the popular sports in Spain, let's see if my daughter did this. Softball or baseball is very popular in Spain. So you might put a little star or circle, and you could put softball. You could put baseball. These don't have to be in Spanish. You can write them right in English. Your headers should be in Spanish, right? And then I would add in any others that I have. And then you could put a picture if you had a picture. If you don't have a picture, that's okay. You could draw one too. You could draw a picture of someone playing baseball or softball. I'd come over here to Los Animales and I would list some of the animals native to Spain, and I could add a picture or two. I would do the same for food, and I would do the same for fun facts. Okay, so by the time I'm done, I've got some stuff that's written, some stuff that may be typed, and then I have a few pictures scattered around on my board. Could I type these and print them out and put them here? Absolutely. Could I mount them on a different piece of construction paper? Absolutely. You can kind of get as creative as you want with this, okay? And then all you have to do once you're finished is take a picture and send it back to me. And remember, you have 2 weeks to work on this. So maybe this week you're working on making up your little labels, your headers. Or maybe you're looking at your foam board and you're putting your country name and you're figuring out how you want to arrange everything. Because if we were at school, what I would be telling you is you can't just throw everything on there. You do have to print out your things and then figure out how everything is going to fit and be organized in a nice way on your board. Okay. So this is kind of my work in progress that I wanted to show you. I also wanted to show you a kind of finished product. So this is an example of a finished project, and this happens to be Spain, which is kind of why I chose to do Spain for the other one. So let's see if I can get this to stand up here. So these are trifold boards, so they're a little bit bigger than what you guys are using. We used trifold boards last year, but it took a lot of time because they're so big. So that's why this year I decided to cut it back to the foam board. But you can see a lot of the same information. So this student, their country was Spain. They wrote Spain up here. They did some designs on the corners. Don't forget to write your name on here. I forgot to tell you that. So somewhere on your foam board, you want to put your name so that I know it belongs to you. Here's her population. right? Let's see, here's her comida with her label, and then she actually hand wrote some of the different things that they eat in Spain. Here's her bandera, her flag, and she drew a picture of it. She drew a picture of a very famous cathedral, okay, because that was part of her Los Datos. So she said, she put a picture of a very famous cathedral that they have as one of her facts. I don't know if you can see that. It says, this is the cow I was talking about over here. So over here, she flips over to Los Animales. And notice that she actually, she wrote animals in English. She should have written that in Spanish. So it should say animales. And then she listed a bunch of animals. And then she put a picture of one of the cows that she was talking about under animales. Over here, she put a map of her country. So she labeled it El Mapa, which is fine. She could have also put El País. She put La Capital up here. The capital of Spain is Madrid. And then just some more fun facts about the country of Spain. All right, so she's got her country map, her population, her flag, her comida, food, her sports, deportes, her animals, and her datos. So everything is kind of included on here, and you can see you can do it any way you want. You don't have to have the bandera at the top. You could put it over here, however you want to organize your information. Because if we were at school, we would then be taking this and presenting it to the class, which is kind of cool. All right, so hopefully, I don't know if this is going to hold or if this is going to fall. I'll put mine back up. Hopefully that kind of helps explain a little bit what your project should look like. If you guys have any questions about this, please reach out and let me know. And I'm happy to meet with you, or we can get on a meet call. I can set that up and we can chat about what you guys need to do. All right. But all your information is right here for you to reference and look at. And just have fun with it. Just have fun and be as creative as you can. Okay, guys? All right. Adios.